Your Honor.
All rise.
Season 3, Episode 12, December 23rd, 2025.
Yes, ma'am.
All clear.
You may be seated. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for once again joining me inside the Pennsylvania College Basketball Court, or the PCBC for short. This is Season 3, Episode 12 of this wonderful podcast/series here on YouTube. Seasons 1 and 2 can be found in the description link of my Instagram page, or you can also find my Instagram link in my main bio page at the Honorable Judge Noah, or search NWS 1999 in your search engine bar once you hit on YouTube. I am your host, the Honorable Judge I'm your host, the Honorable Judge Noah, reporting live from the hometown and main base of the PCBC, Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania. In today's episode, we are going to be recapping 17 games that occurred over the past weekend. There was one game last Friday, 8 games from Saturday, and 8 games from Sunday. We're also going to be talking about our athletes of the week, and we'll talk about the upcoming schedule, as this is the last episode for the year 2025. I will see you guys once again in 2 weeks' time. Episode 13 will be released Tuesday, January 6th, a day before we start division play, and then we will get to my mid-season picks and predictions in terms of the awards for Freshman of the Year, Athletes of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, and Coach of the Year. As I do still have my paper in my chart from when we did this in the second episode, or excuse me, it was episode 3, right before the season began. So we'll go through that, give you the overall standings of where teams sit as of that episode in 2 weeks from now. And then we'll go and see what our final results will be. We'll do our standings update, where teams are at, how I did in the first half of the season, and then we'll do a prediction for the second half of the season once division play has finally kicked in, and then we'll go through the final one later on in the first week of March once PSAC men's basketball tournament officially begins. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the series so far, and if you do, please don't forget to hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe to the PCBC, as it is one of a few, if not the only site that here on YouTube that recaps PSAC men's basketball. With that being said, Season 3, Episode 12 is officially underway. To start off, we're going to go with our athletes of the week for Week 6 last week, December 15th through December 21st. And this week, we officially returned to our 2 athletes of the week in the West and 2 athletes of the week in the East, so a total of 4 players. The previous week, there was only 2 because of the limited amount of games that occurred in the PSAC over that week, between December 6th and December 16th. So, for the West, their division athlete of the week goes to Dame Givner out of Slippery Rock University. He's a guard and freshman from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Highlighted by the top offensive performance by a PSAC athlete this season, Dame Givner led SRU to a 2-1 record last week in 3 games, 2 wins over Shepherd and Shippensburg, and a close overtime loss to Lock Haven. Givner averaged 21.7 points, 5.3 rebounds, 2.7 steals, and 2.3 assists per game. After a pair of great performances in Slippery Rock's wins over Shepherd and Shippensburg, Dame Givner exploded for a PSAC high 39 points in SRU's overtime loss to Lock Haven. 39 points are the most by any player in the PSAC this season. Givner had also forced 5 steals and 3 assists in the game against Lock Haven, spurred on his raw comeback that saw SRU erase a 20-point second-half deficit to force overtime. 22 of Givner's 39 points came in the second half and overtime. His 5 steals at Lock Haven are tied for the single most in a game by any PSAC West athlete this previous week. SRU is now 10-2 and tied for the most wins in the PSAC by any team this season, along with Gannon. The West Division Athlete of the Week goes to Joshua Ray, who is a forward and junior from the California Vulcans, and his hometown is Atlanta, Georgia. Ray averaged 10.7 rebounds, 2.3 blocks, and 1 steal per contest last week as California won 3 games in PSEX crossover action to finish the calendar year. He also averaged 9.7 points per game while recording a pair of double-doubles while playing 33.7 minutes, or just under 34 minutes per game. Ray posted 8 rebounds, 3 blocks, and 3 steals, plus 6 points in a 19-point win over Shippensburg last Tuesday, December 16th. The Atlanta native then registered 10 points and 11 rebounds, 3 blocks in a close 63-61 win at Lock Haven, and then closed out the week with a 13-point, 13-rebound, 1 block performance in a 23-point win at Mansfield this past Sunday, December 20th. The East Division's Athlete of the Week goes to Nasir Griffin from East Stroudsburg. He's a forward and senior from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Griffin was the primary engine for East Stroudsburg's offense across its final 3 games of the 2025 year. He helped East Stroudsburg average 82.3 points per game while averaging 12.7 points per game himself. The senior shot 15 out of 28 for a 53.6% shooting percentage after dishing out 3 assists in East Stroudsburg's 25-point win over Clarion, which was last Tuesday. The Eastern Division's Defensive Athlete of the Week, Dean Coleman Newsom, who is from Lock Haven. He's a guard and junior from Alden, Pennsylvania. Coleman Newsom had a strong defensive weekend for Lock Haven. He had a block and 3 steals while the Bald Eagles held Cal to only 63 points on the afternoon. Unfortunately, that was a loss. But then he responded with a block and 2 steals in Lock Haven's thrilling victory over a very good Slippery Rock team. So congratulations to those 4 athletes for being announced as Athletes of the Week for the previous week. This is going to be a long one, so hopefully we're going to get through this relatively quickly. First game was on Friday at the Pasilla Gymnasium. Bowie State of the CIAA traveled to Millersville, Pennsylvania to take on the Marauders. This game I did get correct. So coming into this episode, I have a record of 95 wins and 95 out of 125 games correct. So pretty good record. That's 76%. Will that increase or decrease? Well, we'll find out here in just a moment once we get our wonderful laptop to give me the recap of the score. It has been very slow tonight. I don't know. At the time of recording this on the night of December 22nd, being released today, December 23rd. All right, give me 1 second. I don't know why it's doing this. Now it's now it's not even working on me. What is going on here? Might have to go to to the computer, and I really don't want to do that. Come on. Why is it doing this now? It was working just a minute ago. Come on. Wait. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. Sorry for the brief delay. In the first half, Millersville outscored Bowie State 37-30. In the second half, Millersville outscored Bowie State 51-41. Millersville winning 88-71. The Marauders improved to 7-2, while the Bulldogs of Bowie State dropped to 3-10. For Bowie State, my player of the game is going to be Jalen Landis. In 30 minutes off the bench, he was 8 of 18 from the floor, 0 of 2 from three-point range, 8 of 9 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals for 24 points. KJ West in 31 minutes had 21 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist. In the first half, Bowie State shot 41.7% from the floor, 37.5% from three-point range, and 50% from the free throw line. In the second half, they shot 33.3% from the floor, 14.3% from three-point range, and 72.7% from the free throw line. Overall, the Bulldogs of Bowie State, based out of Maryland, they shot 36.7% from the floor, 26.7% from three-point range, and 63.9% from the free throw line. For Millersville in this game, my player of the game goes to Siraja Lee. 33 minutes, he was 6 of 9 from the floor and 11 of 13 from the free throw line. He had 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block, and 2 steals for 23 points. Amir Hurst in 32 minutes had 17 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists, 1 block, and 2 steals. Elazar Matthew Spratley had 14 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal in 28 minutes. Cesar Shalombo had a double-double. He had 12 points, 17 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 block in 25 minutes. And Dave Waters most likely had his worst performance since returning to Millersville this season. In 33 minutes, he had 10 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 block as the second highest scoring player in the PSAC overall this year. In the first half, Millersville shot 33.3% from the floor, 10% from three-point range, and 93.3% from the free throw line. In the second half, they shot 53.6% from the floor, 44.4% from three-point range, 65.4% from the free throw line. Overall, the Marauders of Millersville shot 42.6% from the floor, 26.3% from three-point range, and 75.6% from the free throw line. Game number 1 from Saturday went 7-1. Oh wait, no, correction. Did I write it down? Yeah, 7-1 on Saturday. So the first game is Seton Hill at Mansfield. This game was played at the Decker Gymnasium, Millersville. In the first half, Seton Hill outscored Mansfield 46-31. In the second half, Seton Hill outscored Mansfield 43-30. Seton Hill crushed it with a 28-point win, 89-61 over the Mountaineers. Seton Hill improves to 9-2, while Mansfield dropped to 1-8. My player of the game for Seton Hill is Kendrick Curtis. In the first, in 27 minutes, he was 7 of 7 from the floor and 4 of 7 from the free throw line. 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 block, and 1 steal for 18 points. And Dale Ortiz in 27 minutes had 15 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 blocks, and 2 steals. Camden Brewer had 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 13 points in 30 minutes. Off the bench, Rashad Williams had 12 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal in 24 minutes. And Gabe Gillespie had 11 points, 4 rebounds in 20 minutes. In the first half, Seton Hill shot 65.5% from the floor, 57.1% from three-point range, and 80% from the free throw line. In the second half, they shot 56.7% from the floor, 0% from three-point range, going 0 of 8, and 69.2% from the free throw line. Overall, the Griffins of Seton Hill shot 61% from the floor, 26.7% from three-point range, and 72.2% from the free throw line. For the Mountaineers of Mansfield, my player of the game against Seton Hill was Laquan Bird. 24 minutes, he was 6 of 9 from the floor, 4 of 5 from three-point range, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. 1 rebound, 2 assists, and 2 steals for 17 points. Juju Pagan had 11 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, and 1 steal in 20 minutes. And Sterling Scott had 10 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists in 27 minutes. In the first half, the Commonwealth University of Mansfield shot 36.4% from the floor, 30% from three-point range. They took 23-point field goal attempts in that first half, going 6 out of 20, and 50% from the free throw line. Second half, they shot 27.3% from the floor, 20% from three-point range, 58.8% from the free throw line. Overall, the Mountaineers of the Commonwealth University of Mansfield shot 31.8% from the floor, 26.7% from three-point range, and 57.9% from the free throw line. Got that game correct. Next game. We head down to the BAC, the Butcher Athletic Center. Shepherd hosting Penn West Edinboro. Good old Shepherdstown, West Virginia, or just across the border from the Potomac River into the state of Maryland. In the first half, Shepherd outscored Edinboro 43-24. In the second half, both teams each scored 40 points apiece, and Shepherd ended up winning this game by 19 points, 83-64. Shepherd improved to 5-5, while Edinboro dropped to 4-5. For Edinboro, my player of the game is Rowan Carmichael. In 38 minutes, he was 6 of 13 from the floor, 3 of 4 from three-point range, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 2 rebounds and 2 steals for 17 points. May I remind you, this kid is a freshman, and he's the 3rd highest scoring player in the PSAC this year. I think we know who's going to win the Freshman of the Year, and that definitely is going to change in the midseason awards coming up. Micaiah Reynolds in 30 minutes had 16 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. And Aman Sandhu had 12 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal in 28 minutes. In the first half, Penn West Edinboro shot 29.4% from the floor, 25% from three-point range, 0% from the free throw line, going 0-4. Second half, they shot 46.9% from the floor, 54.6% from three-point range, and 66.7% from the free throw line. Overall, the Fighting Scots of Penn West Edinboro shot 37.9% from the floor, 37% from three-point range, and 40% from the free throw line. For Shepherd, my player of the game once again goes to Elaine Wardlaw. In 30 minutes off the bench, he was 10 of 17 from the floor, 1 of 4 from three-point range, and 4 of 4 from the free throw line. 1 rebound, 2 assists for 25 points. Brody Davis in 38 minutes had 18 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, and 2 steals. Marcus Banks had 17 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal, 24 minutes. And Colby White had 13 points, 3 rebounds in total 30 minutes played. In the first half, Shepherd shot 51.4% from the floor, 37.5% from three-point range, and 80% from the free throw line. Second half, they shot 51.7% from the floor, 42.9% from three-point range, and 87.5% from the free throw line. Overall, the Rams with Shepherd shot 51.6% from the floor, 40% from three-point range, and 84.6% from the free throw line. Got that game correct. Next one, Slippery Rock traveling to, I believe it's called the Hodges Fieldhouse. Yep. In Shippensburg, Pennsylvania, the Rock taking on the Raiders. In the first half, both teams were tied at 36 points apiece. In the second half, Slippery Rock outscored Shippensburg 40-34 as SRU improved to 10-1 with a 76-70 win over the Raiders, who dropped to 5-4. My player of the game for Slippery Rock is Ike Herster. In 33 minutes, he was 5 of 10 from the floor, 2 of 5 from three-point range, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 4 rebounds and 1 steal for 14 points. Brady Mayo is off the bench in 21 minutes. He was 4 of 7 from the floor, and 3 of 5 from three-point range, and 2 of 4 from the free throw line, with 1 rebound, 2 assists, 1 block, and 3 steals for 13 points. Dame Gibner, as we talked about, is the PSAC West Athlete of the Week. On 31 minutes, he had 12 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. But don't worry, his best basketball was yet to come. We'll talk about that after the Saturday games. And Elijah Hill had 11 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist in 30 minutes. Also, Kerwin Prince in 19 minutes, he had 7 rebounds and total 10 points. In the first half, Slippery Rock shot 39.4% from the floor, 50% from three-point range, 83.3% from the free throw line. Second half, they shot 48.4% from the floor, 33.3% from three-point range, 47.1% from the free throw line. Overall, the Rock of SRU shot 43.8% from the floor, 43.8% from three-point range, and a very disappointing 56.5% from the free throw line. For Shippensburg, my player of the game is Michael Dixon. In 35 minutes, he was 7 of 13 from the floor, 1 of 2 from three-point range, 6 of 8 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 block and 1 steal for 21 points. Jaden Smith, in 31 minutes, he had 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 block for 15 points. Marcus Rank, in 28 minutes, had 13 points, 6 rebounds, and 1 block. In the first half, Shippensburg shot 50% from the floor, 11.1% from three-point range, and 70% from the free throw line. In the second half, they shot 46.2% from the floor, 40% from three-point range, and 80% from the free throw line. Overall, the Raiders of Shippensburg shot 48.1% from the floor, 21.4% from three-point range, 75% from the free throw line. Got that game correct. Next one. Gannon at Westchester between 2 PSAC heavyweights. And this game being played at the Hollinger Fieldhouse in Westchester, Pennsylvania. In the first half, Gannon outscored Westchester 45-32. In the second half, Gannon outscored Westchester 56-44. The Golden Knights improved to 9-1 with a 101-76 win over the Golden Rams, who dropped to 7-2. A lot of teams had some good teams had bad weeks, and Westchester is going to be one of them. They might be. Actually, we'll talk about that in a little bit later. For Gannon, my player of the game is Mackenzie Morgan. In 26 minutes, he was 8 of 13 from the floor, 4 of 8 from three-point range, 2 of 3 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, and a total of 22 points. Pace Proser, terrible shooting performance yet again, by his standards. In 33 minutes, had 13 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists with 2 steals. Dude is, I believe, shooting under 30% from 3 and just above 30% from the field. So he's having a terrible year by his standards. Lucas Akasi, in 26 minutes off the bench, he had 12 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 steals. Lucas Morgan had 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals, and 11 points in 18 minutes. And Victor Desmond had 10 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 blocks in 25 minutes. In the first half, Gannon shot 44.1% from the floor, 38.5% from three-point range, and 76.9% from the free throw line. Second half, they shot 56.8% from the floor, 23.1% from three-point range, and 73.3% from the free throw line. Overall, the Golden Knights of Gannon shot 50.7% from the floor, 30.8% from three-point range, and 75% from the free throw line, with a technical foul that was assessed to the Golden Knights bench. For Westchester, my player of the game goes to Gabe Moss. In 22 minutes, he was 4-7 from the floor and 3-6 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds and 1 block for 11 points. Ruben Rodriguez in 28 minutes had 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 steals for 10 points. And Deniri Boykin in 20 minutes had 10 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists with 1 steal. In the first half, Westchester shot 38.5% from the floor, 16.7% from three-point range, 55% from the free throw line. Second half, they shot 50% from the floor, 20% from three-point range, 50% from the free throw line. Overall, the Golden Rams of Westchester shot 45.3% from the floor, 18.8% from three-point range, and 53.6% from the free throw line. Title of this episode, if I got to mention that, is 2025 Comes to a Close. Next game, one of 2 awesome games. IUP had a terrific week, along with a lot of other teams. And this was a huge win. And you knew this one was coming. IUP traveling to the Nelson Fieldhouse to take on the Huskies of Commonwealth University of Bloomsburg. Had this game circled on my calendar for one specific reason we'll talk about here in just a moment. In the first half, IUP outscored Bloomsburg 45-25. In the second half, IUP outscored Bloomsburg 42-30 as the Crimson Hawks cruised to an 87-55 win over the Huskies, as IUP improved to 7-1, while the Huskies Bloomsburg dropped to 2-6. For IUP, my player of the game in this game against Bloomsburg is Kamani Marrero. In 28 minutes, he was 5 of 11 from the floor, 3 of 4 from three-point range, and 7 of 7 from the free throw line, with 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and 3 steals for 20 points. Dallas Stillard in 34 minutes was 5 of 10 from the floor, 1 of 2 from three-point range, 5 of 6 from the free throw line, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 steals for 16 points. Christian Moore in 25 minutes was 5 of 11 from the floor, 3 of 7 from three-point range, 3 rebounds, 2 assists for 13 points. We'll keep going with the starters. Bautista Rodriguez in 24 minutes, he was 1 of 4 from the floor, 0 of 2 from three-point range, and 3 of 4 from the free throw line. 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal for 5 points. Demir Brooks in 19 minutes was 1 of 2 from the floor and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 block for 4 points. Bench players. Ian Herring had another good performance against Bloomsburg. In 21 minutes off the bench, he was 5 of 9 from the floor, 1 of 3 from three-point range, and 0 of 1 from the free throw line. 6 rebounds and 1 steal for 11 points. Tyler Groves started to heat up a little bit this weekend. In 17 minutes off the bench, he was 3 of 9 from the floor, 2 of 6 from three-point range, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, and a total of 10 points. And Luke Triggs, in 20 minutes, was 2 of 4 from the floor, 0 of 1 from three-point range, and 1 of 1 from the free throw line. 3 rebounds and 1 assist with 1 steal for 5 points. And Serb Fortune in 12 minutes was 1 of 3 from the floor and 1 of 2 from three-point range, and 1 block for 3 points. In the first half, IUP shot 38.2% from the floor, 42.9% from three-point range. And again, they are really kicking it into high gear with free throw percentage. They went 92.9% from the free throw line. Second half, they shot 51.7% from the floor, 38.5% from three-point range, and 77.8% from the free throw line. Overall, the Crimson Hawks of IUP shot 44.4% from the floor, 40.7% from three-point range, and another impressive performance going 87% from the free throw line. For Bloomsburg, my player of the game goes to Zion Nichols. In 17 minutes, he was 6 of 7 from the floor, 3 of 4 from three-point range, with 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 block for 15 points. Cody Johnson off the bench in 18 minutes had 7 rebounds and a total of 10 points. Kaba Murray in his revenge game did not do so good. In 11 minutes off the bench, he was 0 of 2 from the floor and 0 of 1 from three-point range. He had 1 rebound, one turnover, and 1 block or 1 foul for 0 points. Well done, IUP. You did your assignment on that one. Sorry, Kaba Murray. Your performance against IUP was pretty disappointing in your revenge game. But anyways, in the first half, Bloomsburg shot 34.6% from the floor, 9.1% from three-point range, 75% from the free throw line. Second half, they shot 42.3% from the floor, 45.5% from three-point range, and 75% from the free throw line. Overall, the Huskies of the Commonwealth University of Bloomsburg shot 38.5% from the floor, 27.3% from three-point range, and 75% from the free throw line. Shocker, got that one right. Next game, Pitt Johnstown and East Stroudsburg. This game I surprisingly got incorrect. I thought East Stroudsburg was going to win this game. Another really good team that ended up losing both its matchups this weekend, unfortunately. In the first half, East Stroudsburg outscored Pitt Johnstown 43-38. Second half, Pitt Johnstown outscored East Stroudsburg 45-36 as the Mountain Cats surprised the PSAC with a 83-79 win over the Warriors at this game being played at the Kohler Fieldhouse. Shockingly, I actually am not going to pick East Stroudsburg as my biggest dog of the week. I think I knew who it's going to be, and we'll talk about them momentarily. For Pitt Johnstown, my player of the game is Jay Rose. 29 minutes, he was off the bench. He was 9 of 17 from the floor and 3 of 4 from three-point range with 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, and 2 steals for 21 points. Baden Forup, who right now I would have to say is probably, if I have to do this episode, my picks right now, is one of the favorites for the PSAC West Defensive Player of the Year. In 33 minutes, he had 12 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, and 2 steals for 19 points. Adam Belinsky had 17 points, 1 rebound, 4 assists, 1 block, and 2 steals in 36 minutes. And then Vinny Cagini in 31 minutes was 12 points with 5 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal. In the first half, Pitt Johnstown shot 48.5% from the floor, 40% from three-point range, and 100% from the free throw line, going 4 out of 4. Second half, they shot 64.3% from the floor, 50% from three-point range, and 58.3% from the free throw line. Overall, the Mountain Cats of Pitt Johnstown shot 55.7% from the floor, 44.4% from three-point range, and 68.8% from the free throw line. For East Stroudsburg, my player of the game, geez, tough to choose. I'm going to go with Jalen Pichardo. Why not? Although he did not have the highest amount of points scored. Just his stat line looked a lot better compared to everyone else. Pichardo in 23 minutes, he was 4 of 4 from the floor and 3 of 5 from the free throw line. He had 5 rebounds, 1 assist for 11 points. Ethan Maynard and Adrian Brito both had the most points at 12 points apiece. Maynard in 23 minutes had 1 rebound for 12 points. Adrian Brito in 21 minutes off the bench had 4 rebounds, 3 assists for 12 points. Christian Pierre-Louis had 11 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists, and 2 steals in 22 minutes. And Nasir Griffin had 10 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block, and 5 steals as the PSAC East Athlete of the Week. Ethan Millarns fell off a cliff this weekend as well. A guy that was shooting 61.5% going into the weekend from three-point range. He went 2 of 7 in this game. We'll talk about his stats in the next game. They got a lot worse. In the first half, East Stroudsburg shot 38.1% from the floor, 18.2% from three-point range, and 75% from the free throw line. Second half, they shot 32.3% from the floor, 16.7% from three-point range, and 60.9% from the free throw line. Overall, the Warriors of East Stroudsburg shot 35.6% from the floor, 17.4% from three-point range, and 65.7% from the free throw line. Good news, that was the only game I did not get correct out of the 8 games from Saturday. So the remaining 2 games I did get correct. Next, we head to the Thomas Fieldhouse between Penn West, California, and Commonwealth University of Lock Haven. In the first half, California outscored Lock Haven 31-29. Second half, both teams each scored 32 points apiece. But it was the Vulcans who came out in the end with a 2-point win over the Bald Eagles, winning 63-61. California improved to 6-4, while the Vulcans dropped to 2, or not the Vulcans, Bald Eagles dropped to 2-6. For Penn West, California, my player of the game, I'm going to go with Bryson Lucas. We actually had 3 players for the Vulcans that recorded double-doubles, although Jordan Buchanan did have the most points scored. Bryson Lucas, though, is my player of the game. In 38 minutes, he was 6 of 14 from the floor, 1 of 6 from three-point range, and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 11 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 block, and 1 steal for 14 points. Jordan Buchanan, as I just mentioned, the highest scoring player with 15 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, and 1 steal in 38 minutes. Antoine Arnett recorded the second of 3 Vulcans with a double-double, had 11 points, 11 rebounds in 34 minutes. And Joshua Ray, who was the PSAC Western's Defensive Athlete of the Week, had 10 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 blocks in 34 minutes. In the first half, Penn West California shot 37.5% from the floor, 27.3% from three-point range, and 66.7% from the free throw line. Second half, they shot 48% from the floor, 14.3% from three-point range, and 58.3% from the free throw line. Overall, the Vulcans of Penn West California shot 42.1% from the floor, 22.2% from three-point range, and 61.1% from the free throw line. For Commonwealth University of Lock Haven, my player of the game goes to Keith Warren. 33 minutes, he was 6 of 14 from the floor, 2 of 6 from three-point range, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals for 15 points. The Eastern Division's Athlete of the Week, Dean Coleman Newsom, in 36 minutes, had 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, and 3 steals for 14 points. Dylan Scott, in 34 minutes, had 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 assist, and 1 steal for 11 points. In the first half, Commonwealth University of Lock Haven shot 32.4% from the floor, 31.3% from three-point range, and 100% from the free throw line, going 2 out of 2. Second half, they shot 40.6% from the floor, 14.3% from three-point range, and 55.6% from the free throw line. Overall, the Bald Eagles of the Commonwealth University of Lock Haven shot 36.4% from the floor, 26.1% from three-point range, and 63.6% from the free throw line. And the last game from Saturday takes us to Keystone Arena in Kutztown, in the Lehigh Valley. Battle between Penn West Clarion and good old Kutztown. Clarion actually had a 2-0 weekend. I was kind of surprised. I knew they were going to at least win this game, but I didn't think it would win the other game. We'll talk about later. In the first half, Clarion outscored Kutztown 40-27. In the second half, Clarion outscored Kutztown 35-34 as the Bald Eagles win the Golden Eagles, not Bald Eagles, that's Lock Haven. Sorry about that. They end up winning 75-61 over the Golden Bears. Clarion improved to 6-5, while the Golden Bears of Kutztown dropped to 2-4. For Penn West Clarion, my player of the game goes to Aiden Cunningham. In 21 minutes off the bench, he was 8 of 12 from the floor, 3 of 5 from three-point range, 2 rebounds, 1 assist for 19 points. Trey Nelson in 33 minutes had 1 rebound, 3 assists, and 2 steals for 16 points. Kendon Peebles in 26 minutes had 3 rebounds, 2 assists for 13 points. Jeremy Thomas II in 25 minutes had 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 block, and 1 steal for 10 points. In the first half, Penn West Clarion shot 51.9% from the floor, 43.8% from three-point range, and 83.3% from the free throw line. Second half, they shot 52% from the floor, 46.2% from three-point range, and 50% from the free throw line. Overall, the Golden Eagles of Penn West Clarion shot 51.9% from the floor, 44.8% from three-point range, and 66.7% from the free throw line. For Kutztown, my player of the game goes to Amari Banks, who came off the bench and played 26 minutes, going 4 of 7 from the floor, 0 of 1 from three-point range, and 8 of 9 from the free throw line. He had 1 rebound, 1 assist, and 1 steal for 16 points. And Ymir Satterfield in 31 minutes had 1 assist and 1 steal for 13 points. And no Jalen Bryan for Kutztown. Okay, interesting. Wonder what the case is going to be. How Jalen Bryan's going to be okay to play for the Bears. In the first half, Kutztown shot 57.9% from the floor. There we go. 0% from three-point range, going to go 5, and 41.7% from the free throw line. Second half, they shot 40% from the floor, 57.1% from three-point range, 77.8% from the free throw line. Overall, the Golden Bears of Kutztown shot 48.7% from the floor, 33.3% from three-point range, and 63.3% from the free throw line. Overall, with Saturday, went 7-1, which improves our record to 102-31 heading into Sunday. Oh no, I'm sorry. It was 96-30 going into Saturday, so I'm 103-31 going into the Sunday games. Going to the Sunday games. The first one in the Thomas Fieldhouse between SRU and Commonwealth University of Lock Haven. One of 3 games I did not get correct. In the first half, Lock Haven outscored Slippery Rock 48-37. Second half, Slippery Rock outscored Lock Haven 42-31, which included a 20-point comeback at one point in the contest, which required overtime as Lock Haven outscored Slippery Rock 21-14, and the Bald Eagles pulling off a stunner against the Rock, winning 100-93 over the Rock. Lock Haven improves to 5-6, while the Rock dropped to 10-2. For Slippery Rock, no surprise if you figured it out from the athletes of the week. My player of the game, shocker, is Dame Givner. In 39 minutes, he was 11 of 24 from the floor, 3 of 9 for three-point range, and 14 of 15 from the free throw line. He had 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 5 steals for a PSAC best highest score of 39 points. He's the 39 points are the highest, most points scored by any player in the PSAC this season. Still no player with 40 points yet. Hopefully that happens. We'll find out. Kerwin Prince off the bench in 26 minutes had 8 rebounds, 1 assist for 17 points. And Brady Mayo also came off the bench in 37 minutes. He had 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals for 14 points. In the first half, Slippery Rock shot 46.2% from the floor, 58.3% from three-point range, and 66.7% from the free throw line. In the second half, they shot 50% from the floor, 16.7% from three-point range, and 64.7% from the free throw line. In overtime, they went 5 of 11 from the floor at 45.5%, 0-4 from three-point range, 0%, and 4-4 from the free throw line, 100%. Overall, the Rock of SRU shot 47.8% from the floor, 36.4% from three-point range, and 70% from the free throw line, with a technical foul that was assessed to Dame Givner. For Lock Haven, their player game is going to be Keith Warren yet again. In 41 minutes, he was 7 of 13 from the floor, 1 of 5 from three-point range, and 7 of 8 from the free throw line. 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, and 1 steal for 22 points. Dean Coleman Newsom in 36 minutes had 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 block, and 2 steals for 21 points. Blake Deegan in 28 minutes had 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block for 19 points. Dylan Scott in 33 minutes had 5 rebounds, 7 assists, and 2 steals for 15 points. And Devin Nelson off the bench in 32 minutes had 2 rebounds and a total of 12 points. In the first half, Lock Haven shot 56.7% from the floor, 30% from three-point range, and 84.6% from the free throw line. In the second half, they shot 47.4% from the floor, 16.7% from three-point range, and 75% from the free throw line. In overtime, they went 5 of 5 from the floor, 100%, 2 of 2 from three-point range, 100%, and 9 of 12 from the free throw line, 75%. Overall, the Bald Eagles of Commonwealth University of Lock Haven shot 57.4% from the floor, 33.3% from three-point range, and 78% from the free throw line, with a technical foul that was assessed to Devin Nelson. All right, next game. Pitt Johnstown at Kutztown at the Keystone Arena. This game I did get correct. In the first half, Pitt Johnstown outscored Kutztown 37-35. In the second half, Pitt Johnstown outscored Kutztown 42-32. Mountain Cats winning 79-67 over the Golden Bears. Pitt Johnstown improved to 9-3, while the Golden Bears dropped to 2-5. Player of the game, yet again, it's going to go to Jay Rose. In 24 minutes, he was 7 of 13 from the floor, 3 of 7 from three-point range, and 3 of 4 from the free throw line. 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1 steal for 20 points. Vinny Cagini in 33 minutes had 5 rebounds, 1 block, and 2 steals for 19 points. Baden Forup in 25 minutes had 7 rebounds, 1 assist for 12 points. And Adam Belinsky had 10 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks, and 2 steals in 29 minutes. In the first half, Pitt Johnstown shot 48.5% from the floor, 33.3% from three-point range, and 33.3% from the free throw line. Second half, they shot 59.1% from the floor, 62.5% from three-point range, and 68.8% from the 68.8% from the free throw line. Overall, the Mountain Cats of Pitt Johnstown shot 52.7% from the floor, 47.1% from three-point range, and 59.1% from the free throw line. For Kutztown, my player of the game is easily Jordan Nakoa Abisolo. He recorded a double-double for the Golden Bears In 30 minutes played, he was 7 of 13 from the floor, 0 of 1 from three-point range, and 5 of 8 from the free throw line. 15 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal for 19 points. Amari Banks, in 39 minutes, had 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, and 1 steal for 14 points. And Ymir Satterfield, in 36 minutes, had 1 rebound and 1 assist for 12 points. In the first half, Kutztown shot 46.7% from the floor, 30.8% from three-point range, and 100% from the free throw line. The second half, they shot 50% from the floor, 0% from three-point range, going 0 of 6, and 61.5% from the free throw line. Overall, the Golden Bears of Kutztown shot 48.1% from the floor, 21.1% from three-point range, and 68.8% from the free throw line. Next game, Clarion at Westchester, the shocker of the weekend. And congratulations to the Golden Rams of Westchester. You unfortunately have been chosen as my dud of the week, going 0 of 2, losing both games this past weekend. Losing to a good Gannon team, I'll give you that one. But the game against Clarion, I can't give you because I thought Clarion was going to lose this game pretty badly. And they didn't. They actually pulled off another upset, second big upset in 2 years because they beat Gannon last year on the road. And that was a shocker and a half. Anyways, in the first half, Clarion outscored Westchester 51-47. In the second half, Clarion outscored Westchester 45-43. Clarion winning 96-90 over the Rams, Golden Rams. Clarion improves to 7-5, while the Golden Rams of Westchester dropped to 7-3. For Penn West Clarion, my player of the game is Justice Easter. 36 minutes, he was 8 of 14 from the floor, 3 of 7 from three-point range, and 6 of 8 from the free throw line. 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 4 steals for 25 points. Trey Nelson was very close to a triple-double. 38 minutes, he had 8 rebounds, 10 assists for 17 points. Gavin Cote in 31 minutes had 4 rebounds and 1 steal for 16 points. And Kenyon Peebles in 21 minutes had 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 steals for 14 points. In the first half, Penn West Clarion shot 48.5% from the floor, 47.6% from the three-point range, and 69.2% from the free throw line. Second half, they shot 48.3% from the floor, 41.7% from three-point range, and 63.2% from the free throw line. Overall, the Golden Eagles of Penn West Clarion shot 48.4% from the floor, 45.5% from three-point range, and 65.6% from the free throw line. For Westchester, my player of the game is Anthony McCall. In 21 minutes, he was 8 of 11 from the floor, 0 of 2 from three-point range, and 5 of 7 from the free throw line. 4 rebounds and 1 steal for 21 points. Gabe Moss had 17 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, and 1 steal in 26 minutes. Ruben Rodriguez Jr. had a double-double with 12 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 block, 2 steals for 12 points in 36 minutes. Gavin Dalen off the bench at 17 minutes had 8 rebounds, 1 assist for 13 points. And Dylan Blair in 28 minutes had 2 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1 steal for 10 points. In the first half, Westchester shot 69.2% from the floor, 40% from three-point range, 64.3% from the free throw line. Second half, they shot 45.2% from the floor, 22.2% from three-point range, 65% from the free throw line. Overall, the Golden Rams of Westchester shot 56.1% from the floor, 28.6% from three-point range, and 64.7% from the free throw line. Next game. Telling you, man, this team is very, very good this year. Next one, IUP at East Stroudsburg at the Kohler Fieldhouse. So East Stroudsburg went 0-2 this weekend. Well, IUP got two wins over this past weekend. And this one was probably their biggest win of the season and their statement game of the year so far. In the first half, IUP outscored East Stroudsburg 52-41. In the second half, IUP outscored East Stroudsburg 44-41. But what's crazy is IUP was up by 11, and East Stroudsburg, about 8 minutes in the second half, had tied the game at 65. But IUP did not give up the lead at any point in the second half, which was very impressive. It goes to show you that IUP, they may bend, but they are not going to break easy. IUP ended up winning this game 96-82. The Crimson Hawks got 8-1, while the Warriors of East Stroudsburg dropped to 7-3. My player of the game for IUP is Dallas Dillard. He recorded a double-double for the Crimson Hawks in 36 minutes, going 9 of 19 from the floor, 2 of 3 from three-point range, and 5 of 5 from the free throw line. Again, he had 10 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1 steal for 25 points. Christian Moore had a very good performance in 31 minutes. He was 7 of 13 from the floor, 4 of 8 from three-point range, 4 of 4 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, for 2 steals for 22 points. Kamani Muro had a very good performance after his okay performance against Bloomsburg. He in 26 minutes, he was 5 of 9 from the floor, 0 of 1 from three-point range, and 3 of 5 from the free throw line. 2 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 steals for 13 points. Remaining players from the starting lineup. Bautista Rodriguez in 27 minutes was 4 of 9 from the floor, 1 of 1 from three-point range, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal for 9 points. Demir Brooks did not have that great of a game. He got fouled pretty early in the game. In 18 minutes, he was 1 of 2 from the floor. He had 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 blocks for 2 points. For the bench players, Tyler Grove had a terrific first half, had 14 points, but did not have any points in the second half. In 17 minutes, he was 4 of 7 from the floor, 3 of 6 from three-point range, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. He had 1 rebound and 1 block for 14 points. Luke Triggs in 19 minutes off the bench. He was 4 of 6 from the floor and 1 of 2 from three-point range. Had 4 rebounds, 1 assist for 9 points. Sarp Fortune in 15 minutes was 1 of 2 from the floor, 0 of 1 from three-point range. 1 rebound for 2 points. And then Ian Herring, 15 minutes, went 0 of 3 from the floor and 0 of 2 from three-point range. 2 rebounds, 1 assist for 0 points. In the first half, IUP shot 52.8% from the floor, 46.7% from three-point range. And for the third straight game, went 100% from the free throw line, going 100%. Or is that their 4th game in a row? No, Kutztown, Mansfield. No, that would be their 4th game. Let me go back to that game against Bloomsburg if they went 100% from the free throw line. If that's the case, they went 4 straight games in the first half. IUP went 100% from the free throw line. Let me check that game against Bloomsburg real quick. No, they did not. Okay. But still, they've shot over 90% from the free throw line in each of their last 4 games in the first half. They've missed 1 free throw. So let me think. 13 out of 14. 13. I believe they've gone 34 out of 35 from the free throw line. Something like that. All I noticed in their last 4 games, they've missed 1 free throw in the first half. Anyways, that's besides the point. Back to the second half stats for IUP. In the second half, IUP shot 53.3% from the floor, 44.4% from three-point range, and 80% from the free throw line. Overall, the Crimson Hawks of IUP shot 53% from the floor, 45.8% from three-point range. And again, the free throw shooting has completely changed in the last 4 games as they went 88.2% from the free throw line. And they've hit 85% from the free throw line in each of the last 4 games. They are sitting, I believe, 65% overall as a team share. Let me check their note. Man, I'm really doing bad at my numbers today. Free throw wise, they are now shooting 67% from the free throw line as a team this year. A lot has changed. For East Stroudsburg, my player of the game goes to Nasir Griffin in 27 minutes. He was 6 of 11 from the floor, 2 of 5 from three-point range, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 1 rebound, 1 assist for 16 points. Ethan Maynard in 21 minutes had 2 rebounds and total 14 points. Kenny Williams off the bench in 27 minutes had 4 rebounds, 7 assists for 13 points. Adrian Brito in 21 minutes had 6 rebounds, 1 assist, and 4 blocks for 13 points. Jalen Pichardo in 30 minutes had 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, and 1 steal for 10 points. And Ethan Millerns went 1 of 6 from the floor and 0 of 4 from three-point range. So overall this weekend, he went 3 out of 13 from the floor and 2 of 11 from three-point range. Well done. In the first half, East Stroudsburg shot 41.9% from the floor, 36.4% from the point range, 68.8% from the free throw line. The second half, they shot 51.5% from the floor, 27.3% from three-point range, and 50% from the free throw line. Overall, the Warriors of East Stroudsburg shot 46.9% from the floor, 31.8% from three-point range, and 62.5% from the free throw line. So IUP, they're one of the big ones. That's their first challenge they got, first domino, and they went through successfully. Their next two games are going to be as challenging as the previous game they played on Saturday. Next game, Edinburgh and Shippensburg. This was the third and final game I did not get correct, as I had Shippensburg winning this matchup at the Hodges Fieldhouse. In the first half, Edinburgh outscored Shippensburg 45-35. In the second half, Shippensburg outscored Edinburgh 43-41, sorry. Edinburgh winning 86-78. Edinburgh improves to 500, 5-5. Shippensburg drops to 500, going 5-5. My player of the game for Edinburgh is Evan Berger. I haven't mentioned his name a lot this year. I played all 40 minutes, going 8 of 16 from the floor, 4 of 8 from three-point range, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. 9 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals for 23 points. Micaiah Reynolds had 30 minutes with 6 assists for 18 points. Amin Sandu had 8 rebounds and 2 steals for 16 points in 31 minutes. Rowan Carmichael had 11 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals in 36 minutes. In the first half, Penn West Edinburgh shot 48.7% from the floor, 38.9% from three-point range, and 100% from the free throw line, going 2 out of 2. Second half, they shot 60.9% from the floor, 40% from three-point range, and 64.7% from the free throw line. Overall, the Fighting Scots of Penn West Edinburgh shot 53.3% from the floor, 39.1% from three-point range, and 68.4% from the free throw line. For Shippensburg, my player of the game is the number 1 scorer in the PSAC overall this year. That is Marcus Frank. 33 minutes, he was 9 of 17 from the floor, 0 of 3 from three-point range, 4 of 5 from the free throw line, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block, and 2 steals for 22 points. Jaden Smith in 34 minutes had 1 rebound, 5 assists, and 1 block in 20 minutes. Timmy Connor off the bench in 18 minutes had 1 rebound for a total of 12 points. In the first half, Shippensburg shot 59.3% from the floor, 33.3% from three-point range, and 100% from the free throw line, going 1 out of 1. Second half, they shot 48.5% from the floor, 30% from three-point range, and 80% from the free throw line. Overall, the Raiders of Shippensburg shot 53.3% from the floor, 31.3% from three-point range, 81.8% from the free throw line. Next game, Seton Hill at Bloomsburg. Poor Bloomsburg had a terrible week. They combined to lose both their games by an average of 31 points. In the first half, Seton Hill outscored Bloomsburg 52-31. Second half, Seton Hill outscored Bloomsburg 52-39. Seton Hill winning 104-70. Seton Hill improves to 10-2. Bloomsburg drops to 2-7. For Seton Hill, my player of the game goes to Adair Ortiz in 27 minutes, went 5 of 8 from the floor, 2 of 3 from three-point range, and 6 out of 7 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 block for 18 points. Kendrick Curtis in 31 minutes had 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals for 15 points. Camden Brewer in 28 minutes had 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals for 15 points. Rashad Williams off the bench in 25 minutes had 5 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 steals for 15 points. And Demetrios Skalavanidis had 12 points, 7 rebounds, and 1 assist in 29 minutes. In the first half, Seton Hill shot 56.7% from the floor, 75% from three-point range, 81.8% from the free throw line. Second half, they shot 60.6% from the floor, 37.5% from three-point range, and 81.8% from the free throw line. Overall, the Griffins of Seton Hill shot 58.7% from the floor, 60% from three-point range, and 81.8% from the free throw line. For Bloomsburg, my player of the game was Reese Nagel in 30 minutes. He went 5 of 8 from the floor, 5 of 7 from three-point range, 2 of 2 from the free throw line with 1 assist for 17 points. Cody Johnson, 16 minutes off the bench, had 2 rebounds and a total of 13 points. In the first half, Bloomsburg shot 47.4% from the floor, 41.7% from three-point range, and 66.7% from the free throw line. Second half, they shot 41.4% from the floor, 31.3% from three-point range, 76.9% from the free throw line. Overall, the Huskies of the Commonwealth University of Bloomsburg shot 43.8% from the floor, 35.7% from three-point range, 72% from the free throw line, with a technical foul that was assessed to Winfield Young Jr. Penultimate league, Penn West California at Commonwealth University of Mansfield. Game was played at the Decker Gymnasium in Mansfield, Pennsylvania. In the first half, California outscored Mansfield 45-39. In the second half, California outscored Mansfield 48-31. The Vulcans winning 93-70. The Vulcans improved to 7-4, while the Mountaineers continue their woes. They are now 1-9, worst record in the PSAC. For Penn West California, my player of the game is Antoine Arnett. In 36 minutes, he was 9 of 20 from the floor, 0 of 1 from three-point range, 1 of 4 from the free throw line, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal for 19 points. Bryson Lucas recorded another double-double in 27 minutes with 12 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 block, and 1 steal for 16 points. Joshua Ray also recorded a double-double in this game with 13 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 block for 13 points in 28 minutes. Lucas played 27 minutes. Braden Reynolds in 33 minutes, it was 2 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 block, and 1 steal for 10 points. Keandre DeShields in 26 minutes off the bench had 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block, and 2 steals for 18 points. And Jordan Clayton in 17 minutes had 5 rebounds, 1 assist for a total of 10 points. In the first half, Penn West California shot 55.3% from the floor, 12.5% from three-point range, and 40% from the free throw line. Second half, they shot 55.6% from the floor, 20% from three-point range, and 66.7% from the free throw line. Overall, the Vulcans of Penn West California shot 55.4% from the floor, 16.7% from three-point range, and 57.1% from the free throw line, with a technical foul that was assessed to Jordan Buchanan, not Buchanan. For Mansfield, my player of the game is Juju Bagon in 32 minutes. He was 9 of 12 from the floor, 3 of 5 from three-point range, and 3 of 6 from the free throw line. 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 steals for 24 points. Laquan Bird had 15 points, 5 rebounds in 27 minutes. Sterling Scott had 13 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, and 1 steal in 33 minutes. And Darian Barrios Rivera had 10 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 steal in 20 minutes. In the first half, Mansfield shot 40.6% from the floor, 35.3% from three-point range, and 58.3% from the free throw line. Second half, they shot 38.2% from the floor, 33.3% from three-point range, and 33.3% from the free throw line. Overall, the Mountaineers of the Commonwealth University of Mansfield shot 39.4% from the floor, 34.5% from three-point range, and 53.3% from the free throw line. And the last game for this episode, we are going to the Pasilla Gymnasium in a good matchup between Gannon and Millersville. In the first half, Gannon outscored Millersville 33-26. Second half, Millersville outscored Gannon 44-41. As Gannon held on to a 4-point win on the road, 74-70. Gannon improves to 10-1, which they now have the best record in the PSAC. Thanks to Slippery Rock's loss at Lock Haven. Millersville dropped to 7-3. For Gannon, my player of the game is Lucas Akasi. In 27 minutes off the bench, he was 8 of 14 from the floor, 1 of 1 from three-point range, and 2 of 3 from the free throw line. 9 rebounds, 1 assist for 19 points. Pace Prosser struggled yet again. 35 minutes, he went 3 of 13 from the floor, 1 of 4 from three-point range, but he went 8 of 8 from the free throw line because, of course, he's got to pad his stats with the free throws this year. 9 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals for 15 points. Victor Desmond had 11 points, 3 rebounds, 1 block, and 1 steal in 26 minutes. And then Lucas Morgan had 11 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists in 24 minutes. In the first half, Gannon shot 33.3% from the floor, 27.3% from three-point range, and 100% from the free throw line, going 8 out of 8. Sorry, had to look here. Second half, they shot 39.4% from the floor, 9.1% from three-point range, and 63.6% from the free throw line. Overall, the Golden Knights of Gannon shot 36.4% from the floor, 18.2% from three-point range, and 73.3% from the free throw line, with 2 technical fouls that were assessed, 1 to Jaden Calloway and 1 to Carter Wamsley. For Millersville, my player of the game is Day Waters. In 35 minutes, he was 7 of 16 from the floor, 1 of 6 from three-point range, 4 of 6 from the free throw line, had 7 rebounds and 1 block for 19 points. Amir Hurst in 25 minutes had 1 rebound, 2 assists, 1 block, and 2 steals for 17 points. Siraj Ali in 35 minutes had 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 blocks, and 2 steals for 14 points. In the first half, Millersville shot 26.7% from the floor, 7.7% from three-point range, and 90% from the free throw line. Second half, they shot 46.7% from the floor, 12.5% from three-point range, and 65.2% from the free throw line. Overall, the Marauders of Millersville shot 36.7% from the floor, 9.5% from three-point range, going 2 out of 21. That explains why they lost. 72.7% from the free throw line. With 2 technical fouls that were assessed to the Marauders, one to Elazar Matthew Spratley and Siraj Ali. And yes, I got that game correct. You know, it would have been awesome if Millersville pulled off the upset. So Sunday I got 5 out of 8 games correct. So going into the new year, I have 108 out of 142 games correct. That is 76.1%. So I'm over 11% better than where I was with my overall record from last year. Quickly, let's go through the standings as we get to the final weekend of PSAC crossover play. In the East, first place with a record of 7-3 and 2-1 record in conference play. That's Millersville. So I got that one correct so far. Good Lord, the East is terrible. They're the only team in the East that has a winning record in conference play. Second place is Westchester. They're 7-3 overall and 1-2 in conference play. Third is Shepherd. There's 5-5 overall and 1-2 in conference play. Fourth place is East Stroudsburg. They're 1-3 in conference play, 7-3 overall on a 2-game losing streak. Lock Haven's 5th place. They're 5-6 overall, 1-3 record in conference play with a win over Slippery Rock. Shippensburg is 6th. They're 0-3 and with a 5-5 record overall, 3 straight losses. Kutztown's 7th at 2-5 overall, 0-3 in conference play on a 4-game losing streak. Bloomsburg is 0-3 in conference play, 2-7 overall on a 4-game losing streak. And Mansfield is 1-9 overall, 0-4 in conference play on a 4-game losing streak. The East is garbage. Straight up garbage right now. The West is the gauntlet that I knew was going to be this year. First place is Gannon. They're 4-0 in conference play, 10-1 overall on a 7-game winning streak. IUP is number 2. They're 4-0 in conference play with an 8-1 record overall on a 6-game winning streak. Seton Hill is 10-2 overall and 4-0 conference play on a 3-game winning streak in 3rd place. Penn West California is in 4th place at 4-0 in conference play, 7-4 overall and 6-game winning streak. Slippery Rock, with their loss, is 3-1 in conference play and 10-2 overall on a 1-game losing streak at the loss to Lock Haven. They're in 5th place. And Pitt Johnstown, 6th place with a 3-1 record overall in conference play and 9-3 overall this season on a 4-game winning streak. And then the 2 teams that are 500 in the PSAC West conference play overall are the 2 teams out of the playoff picture. That's Clarion. They're 2-2 in conference play, 7-5 overall on a 2-game winning streak. And Edinburgh is dead last at 2-2 in conference play, 5-5 overall on a 1-game winning streak. So, the West is very good. The East, not so good. But we'll have to wait and see. I think Millersville is one of the it's going to be interesting to see who the good teams are out of the East. I think this is definitely the West year to win again. I wouldn't be surprised if 3 of the 4 teams are from the West. Although I highly doubt that. We'll have to wait and see. We probably will get an all-West final again for the second time in 3 years. So with that, let's go to the scheduled games. So the first set of games, there's 8 of them starting on next Friday, January 2nd. First game, we have Mansfield at Edinburgh. Mansfield's 1-9, Edinburgh 5-5. Next game, Shippensburg at Gannon. Shippensburg's 5-5, Gannon's 10-1. Next game, Shepherd at Clarion. Shepherd's 5-5, Clarion's 7-5. East Stroudsburg at California. East Stroudsburg 7-3, California 7-4. Millersville at Pitt Johnstown. Millersville 7-3, Pitt Johnstown's 9-3. Westchester and IUP, we'll talk about this game here in just a few moments. 7-3, Westchester 7-3, IUP's 8-1. Kutztown at Seton Hill. Kutztown's 2-5, Seton Hill's 10-2. Then Bloomsburg at Slippery Rocks. Bloomsburg's 2-7, Slippery Rocks 10-2. Then on Saturday, January 3rd, these are the last crossover games for the regular season. East Stroudsburg will be at Slippery Rock. Shepherd will be at Pitt Johnstown. Westchester at Seton Hill. Millersville at IUP. Kutztown at California. Shippensburg at Clarion. Lock Haven at Gannon. And Bloomsburg at Edinburgh. The Friday games all start at 5, and the games on Saturday all start at 3. On to the scouting report for the 2 games coming up in the not this weekend, but the following weekend to start the new year. So, IUP's all-time record is 1,518, 795, 656 winning percentage all-time. Their first matchup is January 2nd. That is against Westchester. Let me go back and say I think Westchester. I forgot to put them in there. Man, hold on a second. I forgot to put their record in. Updated record, sorry. They're 7-3. Okay, yeah, that's right. Okay, we're good. Westchester is their first opponent of the weekend. They are 7-3 overall and 1-2 in conference play. They are second in the PSAC West. IUP is 8-1. They're 4-0 in conference play, second in the PSAC West, in a 4-way tie with Gannon, Seton Hill, and California for conference record-wise. They're one of only 4 undefeated teams remaining in conference play. This is their 33rd all-time meeting against the Golden Rams. IUP leads this series 18-14. The last time these 2 teams met, if we go to the day of January 2nd, 2026, their last game against them was actually last December, December 7th, 2024. That would be 391 days between that game and the game coming up on January 2nd. Westchester won 88-80. The date of this matchup is January 6th January 2nd, which is next Friday, 5 p.m. start at the KCAC in Indiana. Travel time between the Hollinger Fieldhouse, which is Westchester's home arena, to the KCAC is 255 miles or 410 kilometers, a 4-hour and 14-minute drive. On to the 7 key elements of the Honorable Judge Noah's fundamentals of basketball. Points per game. IUP and Westchester are very, very close. It is 0.2 points per game that makes the difference in this first one. IUP is third at 88.8 points per game. Westchester is fourth at 88.6 points per game scored. Point goes to IUP. Defensive points per game allowed. IUP is an automatic winner as they have the number 1 scoring defense in the PSAC, averaging 69.7 points per game allowed. Westchester is 10th at 76.7 points per game. So the check mark and point will go to IUP. Field goal percentage. IUP is 50% from the floor at 3rd in the conference. 48.8% for Westchester. That's 5th in the conference. So the point goes to IUP. 3-point field goal percentage. IUP is an automatic winner. They're tied for first in the conference at 39.2% from 3-point range. Westchester 7th at 32.2%. So the winner for that round goes to IUP. Free throw percentage. For the first time this year, IUP actually is going to win this one. IUP is 12th in the conference. They're at 67.6% from the free throw line. Just about, I think, about a couple weeks ago, they were under 56.7% from the floor. They're now almost at 6. They've boosted their percentage by 10% over 4 games. They're 12th in the conference. Westchester's 14th at 65.4%. So the point goes to IUP. Rebounding, this is Westchester's point, as they are second in the conference at 43.2 rebounds per game. IUP is still 10th at 36.8. Assist to turnover ratio, IUP is averaging 1.52 assists per turnover. That's second. Westchester's tied for 10th at 1.03. So the point goes to IUP. Another 6-1 matchup. IUP wins 6 out of the 7 categories. But I think they're a lot closer than people think. And that's going to be happening in the next one too. These are 2 really good teams. There's no way in the world it's like a blowout game. This will be a lot closer than the one we talked about with Mansfield and Bloomsburg. The top 3 scorers, no changes for IUP. Leading the way, of course, Dallas Dillard. 18.6 points, 6.1 rebounds per game, shooting 44.7% from the field and 36.2% from 3-point range. So his numbers have gone up, along with the other 2 guys. Christian Moore is number 2 at 14.7 points, 2.1 rebounds per game, shooting 47.9% from the floor and 42.6% from 3-point range. Third highest scorer is Kamani Murrow, averaging 14.3 points, 2.2 rebounds per game, shooting 49.6% from the field and 45.9% from three-point range. For Westchester, their number one scorer is number 2. Their highest scorer is number 2, a 6'2" guard and junior from Reading, Pennsylvania. That is Ruben Rodriguez Jr., averaging 14.4 points, 5.7 rebounds per game, shooting 44.1% from the field and 20.8% from three-point range. Second highest scorer is number 6, a 6'4" guard / forward and senior from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Anthony McCall. He is averaging 13.8 points, 5.2 rebounds per game, shooting 53.1% from the field and 31.3% from three-point range. And the third highest scorer for the Golden Rams is number 11, a 6'8" forward and senior from Pottstown, Pennsylvania, Gabe Moss, averaging 12.3 points and 4 rebounds per game. He's shooting 65.6% from the field and 0% from three-point range. He has gone 0 of 2 from three-point range this season. The three keys of the game, WCU. Wouldn't it be nice to start off 2026 with a bang? Get that first win of the year in the new year. That would be awesome. C, control this game through that elite defense. That defense, man, of IUP looks good. I know they gave up 82 points against East Stroudsburg, but that's a good East Stroudsburg team. Can they do it again, and can their offense click, and can that defense shut down a pretty good Westchester team? U, up against the favorites to win the PSAC East. By the PSAC standards, they actually have Westchester as the favorite, although I think Millersville is a very close second. So we'll have to see in the matchup. Going to the Saturday games. I know we already talked about Saturday games. The scouting report for the Saturday game, January 3rd. Same record as before. This game is against Millersville, who is the only team in the PSAC East that has a winning record in conference play. They're 7-3 overall this year. They're 2-1 in conference play. They're first in the East, which I have them project to be number 1 in the East. IUP again, 8-1 in overall, 4-0 in conference play. They're in second in a 4-way tie conference record-wise. This is the 30th all-time meeting between these two programs. IUP leads the series 22-7. Last time these two teams met, it was actually when I was actually out. I actually watched this game when I was visiting my brother last year in Milwaukee. That was December 21st, 2024, so just over a year ago from the time of this recording. But from the time this game was played last year to the time it will be played on next Saturday, January 3rd, that'll be 378 days. Millersville won that game 76-68, and I remember that game all too well because I was frustrated the entire time because Millersville led that game for the entire game. IUP did not lead at any point in that game. That game will be played next Saturday, January 3rd, 2026 at 3 p.m. Eastern. Game is being played at the KCAC. The time travel will be from the Pasilla Gymnasium, if it was a normal game, from the Pasilla Gymnasium to the KCAC, two arenas I've been to. It's a 212-mile drive, or about 341 kilometers, 3 hours and 35 minutes. But I put in quotation marks, Millersville is traveling 35 minutes northwest from Johnstown. 7 key elements again. Again, very close. Points per game is pretty close. IUP is third at 88.8. Millersville is Millersville is sixth in the conference at 87.3 points per game. So the point goes to IUP. Defense points per game, IUP wins that point again because they're first in the conference. Millersville is 11th at 77 points per game. Field goal percentage, we said IUP is third at 50%. Millersville is 6th at 48.4%. So the point goes to IUP. 3-point field goal percentage, automatic winner for IUP, 39.2%. Millersville is 14th at 30.8%. Free throw percentage, this is an automatic winner, and it's going to go to Millersville because they're number 1 in the PSAC in free throw percentage at 78.4%. But IUP is 12th, as we said, 67.6%. But don't let that fool you because their free throw percentage has gone 85% or better in their last 4 games. So they are going to be up there with Millersville's free throw per shooting. Rebounding was very close. IUP is 10th at 36.8. Millersville's 11th at 36.4. So the point goes to IUP. An assist to turnover ratio. Hold on a second. That is not correct for Millersville. IUP wins this point, by the way, just letting you know. IUP second at 1.52 assists per turnover. Millersville is at 0.99, which is 12th in the conference. Not 5th. That was East Stroudsburg. So IUP wins 6 out of 7 categories for the third time in four of these matchups. But again, a lot closer than people think. Top 3 scorers still the same: Dillard, Moore, and Marrero. For Millersville, their number 1 scorer is the second highest scoring player in the PSAC in terms of points per game this season. And that's number 2, 6'4" guard and senior from Silver Spring, Maryland. That is Dave Waters. He's averaging 20.4 points and 4.1 rebounds per game, shooting 46.5% from the floor and 40.8% from three-point range. Second highest scorer is Siraj Ali, number 4. The 6'6" forward and senior from Williamsport, Pennsylvania. He's a reigning PSAC East first team all member from last season. And I would not be surprised if he gets picked as a first team again. He might be second team at worst. He's averaging 18.1 points per game, 5.6 rebounds per game, shooting 59.5% from the floor, 0% from three-point range. He's gone 0 of 4. And third highest scoring player is number 3, a 6'2" guard and senior from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. That is Amir Hurst, averaging 13.2 points, 2.6 rebounds per game, shooting 50% from the floor and 34.6% from three-point range. So this is a very old team. They have a lot of experience. We'll have to wait and see. MIL, 3 keys of the game. M, make days, get Day's day a nightmare, because Dave is his name. Make Day's day a nightmare. Do not allow him to. IUP will have to figure out how to maintain and control this game. They did very well against Jalen Bryant, even though those were garbage points. They did well against Ethan Milirons, only allowing him to score 2 points. And Brito to only 13. And Reese Nagel, they did really well on him. So they really need to focus on him and definitely Siraj Ali as well. IUP has to take the lead at some point in this game, right? I mean, like I said, in the previous matchup last year, they did not lead for a single second. Millersville led that entire game from beginning to end. And L, last regular season matchup versus the PSAC East. So this is their final matchup in the PSAC crossover series before they begin their first PSAC West matchup, which is against Pitt Johnstown at the time of this episode being filmed, 22 days away. Or no, I'm sorry, 15 days away. I'm way ahead of schedule, way too far. So yeah, their first PSAC West matchup is in 15 days from now against Pitt Johnstown. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. Picks and predictions for the 2 days. Starting on next Friday, January 2nd. Mansfield and Edinboro, give me Edinboro. Shippensburg and Gannon, give me Gannon. Shepherd and Clarion, I'm going to stick with Clarion with that win against Westchester. East Stroudsburg and California, this is going to be a close game. I think East Stroudsburg bounces back. Westchester and IUP, close call, man. This game could go either way. I think IUP, with that win against East Stroudsburg, I would love to see IUP go 3-0 against those big 3 teams. And if that's the case, they can definitely be Gannon. I think right now they can be Gannon in a head-to-head matchup. Gannon's not as good as people think they are. Moving on, Kutztown and Seton Hill, easy pick, Seton Hill. And then Bloomsburg and Slippery Rock, that's the easiest pick of the week, probably. Well, let me see. Oh, yeah, definitely. That's the easiest pick of the weekend. Slippery Rock over Bloomsburg. Slippery Rock will win that game by like 30. No question. They don't win by like 30. That'll be disappointing. The Saturday games, next Saturday, January 3rd. East Stroudsburg at Slippery Rock. Good matchup. Give me Slippery Rock to win that one, although I wouldn't be surprised if East Stroudsburg pulls a win. Shepherd and Pitt Johnstown. Give me Pitt Johnstown. Westchester and Seton Hill, another good matchup. So Westchester and Millers are just swapping place. Actually, that's not true. Sorry. Because Kutztown's playing there. Sorry about that. But Westchester and Salem, that should be a good game. Give me Westchester to win that one on the road. Millersville and IUP. I'm sticking with IUP, man. I really think they're going to win both matchups against Westchester and Millersville. And those are going to be two really good looks for IUP on their resume, beating the top 3 teams in East. Because Gannon wouldn't be able to do that with their schedule. Kutztown in California. Give me Cal. That's going to be a win. Shippensburg and Clarion. Another close game. I'm going to pick Clarion. Lockhaven and Gannon, easy pick. Gannon, though, Lockhaven could spoil the party again like they did against Slippery Rock. And then Bloomsburg and Edinburgh, I'm going to go with Edinburgh on the win. But anyways, that's going to do it. I know this was a very long episode, and don't worry, the next one is going to be pretty long, unfortunately. But it will probably be the last long episode we do for the rest of the season for the time being. I mean, the next longest one will probably be like maybe 12 or 13 games, and that's about it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please, as you said, hit that like button, leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you guys in 2 weeks' time. I will see you guys next in the new year. Hope you guys have a good Christmas. Hope you have a good Christmas Eve. Have a good Christmas. Have a good New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. Have great holidays. Please, please, please stay safe. And the Honorable Judge Noah has lots of love and support for you guys. Please be safe. If you're driving, just be careful on the roads. And I will see you guys in 2 weeks' time on January 6th, 2026 for Season 3, Episode 13. Once again, I'm your host, the Honorable Judge Noah, saying so long and have a great rest of your Tuesday. And I will see you guys in the new year.